good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm sat in the corner of my bedroom, behind the door. That's why all these clothes are here. It's where some of my clothes live, because I've got a wardrobe full of clothes as well. Also, I'm sat here because I thought the lighting would be better over here, but it's really not. It turns out it's better if I just sit on the bed and you're at an angle, and I've got to talk to you like this, but let's mix it up. Let's sit over here. As I mentioned in my last video, which is here, no it's not. I wish I'd be able to figure out how to do an annotation so it pops up on the screen. But I'll put it in the link, or just find it on the channel or something. I've just done a shave chat about university, and I mentioned at the end of it that I mentioned halfway through and I mentioned at the end that I was going to talk about something else if I couldn't think about something to talk about for long enough, and this is it. We did some training yesterday. Hour and a half training to do with ladders. Yes, it's as interesting as it sounded. Let me move you forward so I can sit back. It's as interesting as it sounds, in a way, because one thing came up that was interesting. If you are 113, I want to say, kilograms, but that's just an estimate, I can't really remember the number he said. You know, the legal amount or something like this to have on a ladder is 113 kilograms, including what you are carrying. And I said, we were both like, there was me and there was a woman I work with. They were both like, exactly how much is that? She was thinking it because of me, I was thinking it because of me. Don't know if you've met me, don't know if you know anything about me. I'm not exactly the thinnest, skinniest person in the world. And 113 kilograms, or as he put it, is around 20 stone. That's me. I'm around that, I'm probably a little bit more than that. For the pure reason I was going to lose weight. And I say this a lot, I've mentioned this in the videos before, that I was going to be like, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to keep you informed about it. Me and Jack were going to do this weight loss thing this year, and I still haven't weighed myself. He weighed himself at the start of the year, I still haven't weighed myself, so I don't know what my weight was. So I really couldn't start. I wanted to know what I weighed to begin with, to see what I've lost. And I can't, because I didn't know what I weighed to begin with, so I can't start, you know, it's a nightmare. So, I think I'm around 20 stone. Maybe a little bit more. Which society has made me want to be secretive about, and when I talk about it I'm a bit like, God, I'm so fat, or I hope people aren't judging me right now, and it's weird because I really don't care. For years I've been bullied for my weight. That was a good shot. For years I've been bullied about my weight. I was bullied at school for the amount I weigh, even though people didn't know how much I weighed. This is probably the first time I've ever openly said how much I weigh. Really. I was bullied because I looked fat, basically, at school. Yeah. And I've always sort of been bullied for it, even in the street. You know, just walking down the street, I get bullied for it a little bit. At the age of 20, so you know, it just rolls off the shoulder now. It rolls off the shoulder, is that even a term? Just because A, my age, B, because of how many years I've been bullied for it, and C, because it doesn't even matter to me at the minute. Well, at the minute anymore. Also, the thing that sort of prevented me from doing it this year is because, well, last year I was prevented from doing it because I was measured for a GIMP costume for the music video. And I had to pretty much stay that size or bigger because the suit was skin tight, and it like wrinkled, and you wanted it to look as real as possible, so wrinkling really didn't work. I needed to stay around that weight. We finished that, and I got paid Annie. Well, we finished that, but he said basically that we might have to film some more in the summer, and I was like, oh, I really don't want to, I might be busy, so we'll see what happens. And now I am busy with Annie, unless he wants to do it after August. If he still wants to do it, if the suit's okay to go, because it's just been a plastic bag sitting in a cupboard for nearly a year now. And when I got the part in Annie, they had me measure myself, not weight, but like different parts of the body, for costume. So if I want to fit in that costume and not have it look baggy or not have it look tight, I've got to pretty much stay the same size. It's something that I'd never really considered when I was going to be an actor. I didn't really consider the fact that I'd have to stay pretty much the same size to still fit into costumes. So I'm just happy being the weight I am. But now I physically am not really allowed to climb a ladder at work. Basically, if I climb a ladder at work and it collapses under the weight of me because I'm so heavy, clearly. This is an industrial ladder as well. I'm not allowed to climb domestic ladders. If my mum got a set of ladders out at home, I'd physically not allowed to climb that ladder, really, because of the weight of me is unsafe. It's just crazy. It's okay. I thought it was my work uniform for tomorrow. I was like, oh, don't crease that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty much too fat for industrial ladders, so I'm not allowed to go up on top of a ladder with candles to light candles. And you know, I took it on the chin straight away. My sort of personality is, as soon as he said that, I laughed and I joked, and pretty much straight away said, well, that's me not changing light bulbs at work for a while. You know, we all laughed and joked, and I was laughing and joking about it. Then later on, it sort of hit me that I was like, wow, I'm actually I'm heavy. You know, I'm too heavy for things, which has never been an issue before. And I've always said to myself that I'm never going to get to that point. It's weird, you know. I've said it ever since I was about 16. I'm never going to get to the point where I'm too heavy for things. You know, like you see all these people. Oh my god, they had to get an ambulance in, and then the ambulance had to get a fireman crew, and the fireman crew had to get a weightlifter, you know, what do you call it, like a forklift lift truck or something like that. They had to take away half the side of the house so they could get this man out of the house. Who was that man? This kid right here. I'm never getting to that point. If I do have to get to that point, pretty much daily videos of me will be going up about me forcing myself to exercise, forcing myself to eat healthily. I exercise, I eat healthy. I'm very tall. I'm 6'2". I think it is 6'2" and I've got broad shoulders. Ever since I was at school, I was having my operations. School teachers have always said to me, school teachers and for some reason doctors, they were like, just like not as like a medical thing, but just as like seeing me, have always said, you've got really broad shoulders. You'd be a great rugby player. Rugby's never really appealed to me. So I've never really been like, rugby. But because of that, like my BMI, when I weighed myself for Mudman, I should be between 12 and 14 stone. 12 and 14 stone would not look healthy on me, unless it was muscle, unless, you know, I admit I'm too fat for the body, basically. I should be thinner than I am. I shouldn't be this fat. I could lose a bit of weight. I could lose a couple of stone. I could lose 5 stone. I think I mentioned on a vlog before. It's pretty much as I'd like to lose at some point in my life. If I lost more than 5 stone, I think I'd be a little bit too skinny. You know, being around the 15 stone mark, that's pretty good. Yeah, around 15 stone's a good mark, but it's being able to do it. I'm very unmotivated with this sort of stuff because, like, as soon as they said I couldn't climb a ladder because of my weight, I was like, right, so I'll lose weight so I can climb a ladder. And then the thought shot into my head, and everyone's sort of opinions always pop up saying, you know, to lose weight, you've got to feel good about it. You've got to do it for your own reasons. Climbing a ladder is not a reason I'm going to lose weight. And I'm not really motivated to. You know, I'm happy the way I am. The world's got a problem with the way I am. Not everyone. You know, I'm not saying everyone's got a problem. There's these 1 or 2 people when you're walking around town that's just like, oh, look at that fat kid over there. And I'm like, yes, look at that fat kid over there. You know, I'm not bothered by it. And that's not motivation enough. The motivation's got to come from me. And to be honest, I'm happy with the way I am. fitness is my issue. This is the way I word it. I don't mind being the size I am. I'd love to lose weight. That's not the point. But if I ever walk somewhere, if I walk because I do this every day at the minute, if I ever have a few weeks off work, which I am actually having for Annie, or for some reason don't have to walk to work for a while, and then after a while I start walking to work again, and I'll start walking to work and I'll start getting tired. That's when I draw the line. If I am not fit enough to walk from A to B, there's something wrong, and I'm not having that. I'm not having a situation where I physically can't walk somewhere without going when I get there. I don't want to be unfit. You know, to me that's a different thing though. Losing weight and being unfit is a completely different thing. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And I wanted to mention something else. I'm going to mention it really quickly because the video sort of overrun at the time that I was going to try and keep it to was about 10 minutes, so I apologise for that. It's almost like women, and most people are like, what? And I'm like, what? But I just want to bring it up, to be honest. No, the last time I had a girlfriend was Rianne. Things crumbled because of her, and I still believe that, you know. And it's probably the most self-centered thing to even say. It's because of her. It's all her fault. Because it wasn't. It was both sides, basically. But she was expecting something that I wasn't willing to deliver at such an early stage in the relationship. You know, looking back on it, I suppose I felt like I was in a relationship with someone that the relationship had been going longer than it had. Is the only way I can sort of word it. What was I going to say? So yeah, I'm not really motivated for women. I'm not really motivated to find someone. I'm happy to be alone. Which is weird. I haven't really felt like that for a while because I was hung up on someone. But I finally feel like I'm free and I'm free to do whatever I want, and I'm not actually bothered by women, so I'm not motivated to find a woman. I used to be motivated whenever I sort of liked someone when I was younger. Up until about 18, I was always like, I really like this girl. I should lose weight because then she will find me appealing. She'll find me attractive, and she can't keep her hands off me. I started trying to lose weight. I started getting fitter. I actually lost weight a couple of times because of that feeling. And every time I've done it, the girl's always been like, no, don't really see that with you. And I'm always like, okay, so even if I lose weight, I'm still not appealing to women. What's the point of this? And I've done that so many times now that I think I've worn myself down to the point where I'm like, what is the point of this? And I don't bother anymore. So yeah. Hopefully, when Annie's finished, I'll probably try and do some more exercising. I also had a friend that was like, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. She was way thinner than me, and she was talking about more tone and weight loss. And she was talking about the stuff I do is more muscle building, and then the stuff I want to do, which is like running and stuff. I think that running would help a lot. She was saying that that's bad for your bones, and I was like, so what can I do exercise wise that's good? You know, you're bashing on this theory I've got, you're bashing on that theory I've got when I ask you for advice on what I could do. You know, you don't really give me any advice on what I could do, and I'm sort of stuck in the middle of this and that, and I stopped. That's the last time I started exercising, actually, is after she brought that up. I was like, what do I do then? What should I do to keep myself fit? What should I do to lose weight? And asking her this question, asking other people this question, everyone sort of goes, it's all up to you, or, you know, they don't have an answer. And I'm like, well, then what's the point? Why should I bother? You know, my problem is as well eating healthily. When I eat healthy, weight sort of drops off me. It's not about fitness, it's about eating healthy. And then, the jobs fell through and I really didn't have enough money to eat healthily. I'm going to try and start cooking fresh meals. I did one today. I did Cajun chicken with potato wedges, and that went down well. Smaller portions, that's another thing that I'm going to have to kick in with. But exercising's a big help. To keep fit and to lose weight and stuff, but apparently all the ones I pick are wrong, and this is where I'm going to end this before I start ranting about this. So yeah, I'm not motivated to lose weight. I'm not motivated to find a female companion for the rest of my life. I'm happy the way I am. So fuck women and fuck climbing ladders at the end of the day. Both are coming out wrong, but I don't give a shit at this point. If you've watched the last 15 minutes of this, you'll get what I mean by all of that. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry that it lasted 15 minutes. I do apologise for that. But I'll see you again in the next video, hopefully, if you haven't already turned off by now. Sorry.